The following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
Well, here we are in a brand new month, August 1st, 2019. Good morning. Butch Hubbard here with you along with Bob Morgan. You're listening to WIFO-FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Big Dog Country. It's now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, located on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jessup, and by Nips Car Wash, located on Highway 301 South here in Jessup, just past McDonald's on the left-hand side. And good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
So you up there past the midnight hour, burning that midnight oil last night, huh?
Got a good look upcoming season. Should be fun.
You had the boys popping pads last night, and the Wayne County High School team playing last night in the Midnight Madness. They could start on the 1st of August in pads, and so they started like, what, 1 minute after 12?
1 minute after 12. So there's a clock.
Got to make it all legal now, don't we? Got to follow those rules and regulations. Well, we've got guests here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show this morning. Bob, who do we have?
Got the chamber in here today. Miss Dina Bennett, Miss Pam Schumann. How y'all doing?
We're great.
Good morning. Good
What are we
morning.
discussing?
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about our events that we've got coming up in August, and then I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Schumann and let her talk a little bit about our upcoming Leadership Wayne class. We wanted to announce that class today and share a little bit. So first, I just want to thank you guys for letting us come on. We've got a few events on the calendar for August already. We've got a coffee cart exchange coming up on August the 15th. And that'll be at Farmers Insurance. They're located at 135 West Cherry Street. And that will be from 8:30 to 9:30. That is our coffee cart exchange, our morning networking event that we have every other month. And our coffee cart exchange is sponsored by Cafe Euro this year. So we want to thank them, as always, for being a sponsor for that program. And just invite everyone to come out. It is open to the public. There's no charge to attend those events. So, again, that's on Thursday, August the 15th from 8:30 to 9:30 at Farmers Insurance. That same day, that evening at 4 o'clock, we've got a rebranding open house event at Georgia Hospice Care. They are rebranding, as I said. They're going to introduce that to the group that comes out. That'll be at 4 o'clock that afternoon. Not really a ribbon cutting, but similar to a ribbon cutting event. Folks can come out and hear more about Georgia Hospice Care and the services that they provide to our community and surrounding communities. So that'll be as well on Thursday, August 15th at 4 o'clock. And they're located there on North Macon Street across from Angels. And then we have a ribbon cutting scheduled for Thursday, August the 22nd. That's going to be Design Landscaping. We're doing their ribbon cutting at the chamber office at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Let me check before I say that. 5 o'clock. Yes, so 5 o'clock on Thursday, August 22nd will be a ribbon cutting for Design Landscaping. And we would like everyone to come out and support them and hear a little bit more about their business as well. So we've got a few things scheduled. We'll have, as always, there'll be more things pop up here and there, and just encourage everyone to check the community calendar. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're always posting all of our events there. And, of course, all of our chamber members get a newsletter and reminder emails from us throughout the month, so you can keep up with what's going on in the community.
One event taking place statewide, we promoted, they had the RSVP by the 19th at the Georgia Chamber of Commerce Luncheon in Macon.
Yes.
We get anybody from Wayne County going to that?
We do. We've got a group going to the Congressional Luncheon in Macon that the Georgia Chamber puts on every year. That is scheduled for Tuesday, August 13th. Actually, Dr. Schumann and I will be attending that with our group. I think we've got about 8 folks that are going, so we'll carpool up together. We've rented a van. It's always a great trip. We get to hear from lots of folks, and I know that David Perdue, I'll get it right in a minute. Senator David Perdue's on the schedule to speak that day amongst some others. So
Buddy Carter's going to speak that day as well.
Yes.
So a lot of congressmen are be there from
That's
around
right.
the state. So
that's right. So it's always a great program. We're looking forward to that. So that'll be on Tuesday, August 13th in Macon.
good luck.
And I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Schumann and let her talk a little bit about our Leadership Wayne class and announce our classes. Our class members have been notified that they've been accepted and have taken on the responsibility and committed to this class for the year, but this will be the first official announcement of the class. So
It's all yours, Dr. Schumann. Go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I am here to introduce the class to the community, and this is the Leadership Wayne 2020 class. I will be co-chairing the class with Jeffrey Griffith, and then we have two shadows. The shadows that will be with us is Kelly Shanklin and Raymond Brown. And now, for the moment you all been waiting for, the introduction of the Leadership Wayne 2020 cohort. We have about 14 members of this cohort. Jonathan Ashley is one of the members. Then we have Susan Gearing. We have Joseph Manning, Molly Hall, Jody Science, Tammy Thornton, Moronica Ravenel, Jody Lewis, Alan Boyd, Clay Teston, Stephen Harville, Miranda Wainscott, and last but not least, Miss Dina Bennett will also be a member of the Leadership Wayne 2020 cohort. And I'm excited about this year. We have many dates and many events planned already. The first one that I'd like to invite everyone to is on August the 15th. August the 15th is the orientation where we really pull this group together and introduce them to the community. That is from 6 to 7 at the Strand Bistro. So I hope to see you there. That's August the 15th, 6 to 7 at the Bistro. And we'd like to introduce the class to you there in person. So we'll see you there.
To everybody? Everybody can come meet them?
Everybody can come meet them. Yes.
On August 15th at what time?
6 until 7 at the Strand Bistro.
Okay. Now you had the you had the list of people there. Do we have like who they're with, their background, any information on them?
I do have information about them as to what company they're representing.
Can you do that? Start off with the list again from the top.
Oh, wow. Okay. Jonathan Ashley. He is with WWS Solutions. And then I have Miss Susan Gearing. She is a retired citizen here in Wayne County, and she's excited about joining us in this cohort. I have Joseph Manning. Joseph Manning is with the Wayne County Sheriff's Department. I have Molly Hall. Molly Hall is a part of our DDA here downtown. Let's see who else we have. We have Jody Science. She is with Comores. We have Tammy Thornton. Tammy Thornton works in the administrative office at Coastal Pines. We have Moronica Ravenel. She is one of our substitute teachers here in Wayne County. She is also the wife of one of our Ranier employees. We have Jody Lewis. Jody is from Marshland Credit Union. They will be opening their branch here in Wayne County real soon. Alan Boyd, he also works for the city of Jessup. We have Clay Teston. He's from Ag South Farm Credit. We have Stephen Harville, Automahal Federal Credit Union. Miranda Wainscott, she works at the DA's office. And then we have Dina Bennett straight from our Chamber of Commerce. So we have a very diverse group of people who will be representing the Leadership Wayne 2020 cohort.
And how are these people chosen to be in the Leadership Wayne class each year? You know, Dina?
I do.
Okay.
So we start accepting applications usually about May 1st, and we accept them through the end of June. Our applications are sent to out-of-town judges. We try to use the same 3 judges each year, and we send those out. Of course, they're just numbered applications without the name, detailed information like that. So they go out to the judges, and they are scored. The application is a 10-question application, and these judges have a rubric that they follow when they're judging, and then they send them back to us. And that's kind of where we start, by looking at how well they scored. And that kind of tells us, which applicants should be chosen. And then we also try to make sure we have a good, diverse group and someone representative from all of our different sectors of the community.
Okay, sounds good. Leadership Wayne Class 2020 starts off on August 15th, a meet and greet, and then you'll have events all during the year for these folks to be able to learn all kinds of stuff.
That's right.
Local government, state government, community involvement, agriculture, industry, the whole bit. So when they get through, they'll have a well-rounded education to be able to be leaders here in our community.
That's right.
Yep. And lots going on at the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. Even though it's summer, usually slows down a little bit during the summer, but still you're popping and hopping there with ribbon cuttings and grand openings and all kinds of good stuff.
That's right. That's right. Our new fiscal year began July 1st, so our board members all met on Tuesday with a board retreat to kind of kick off the year and brainstorm and plan. And we talked a lot about collaboration, cohesiveness. We had Miss Melba Murphy there who facilitated part of the event for us. So we've got an excited group and looking forward to a great year.
I wonder how that term brainstorming ever came up. Yeah, you think about all these little sayings that we have here in our country, and brainstorming, you think about, now how would you think brainstorming together to come up with ideas for planning for something? But it's a pretty good phrase.
It is. It is. And we appreciate you guys having us on this morning.
Bob, any other comments or questions for our guests this morning?
One thing, these classes always take on a project. Remind us, what was the last class that you just graduated? What was their project? Do you remember?
What was last year's project, class of 2019's project for Leadership Wayne?
Yes, it is based around the students in our community, with them possibly creating some kind of a mentorship or mentor program to support our children so that they're ready to move into the workforce after high school. So one of the things I remember them speaking of is like a career day or career fair, and having different speakers come in from different agencies or different organizations here in our community, and just to prepare them for what's next after high school.
And so, do we know this year's project?
That will be something that'll be discussed.
Determine.
Yeah,
Okay.
throughout the year.
Right.
It is typically announced at graduation, kind of what their project, what they've decided. Sometimes it's more than one, but we've seen in the last couple of years, couple of classes, that workforce development has been a huge interest and a passion for a lot of our class members. So I feel like that is something that we'll see develop.
Developed again?
Workforce development,
Workforce
getting
development.
these students ready and
Right.
prepared, letting them know what's available in the community. There's more opportunities, there's more options than just going to college, get a 4-year degree. There's a lot of certificate programs, a lot of things available here in our community that they can come back to and find, jobs here in our community. So that's been something that's been a strong passion for many of our class members over the past couple of years.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, we wish the class of 2020 the best in Leadership Wayne, and the updates from the chamber, so we can inform folks what's going on here with the businesses here in Jessup, Odom, Scriven, and Wayne County.
That's right.
All right. Anything else?
That's all.
All right.
We just appreciate y'all using this format to make the announcement. Appreciate you coming in.
Absolutely. We appreciate y'all being available to us when we need you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. More of the world famous Butch and Bob Show in a moment.
A mostly sunny, hot day. 30% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Highs again mid-90s. Mostly cloudy. 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Low 70s for tonight. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms are likely. Highs in the mid-90s. And Saturday, mostly cloudy. 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the low 90s.
Georgia meteorologist John Weatherby in the GNN Weather Center.
If your child bikes to school, make sure they wear a helmet that meets the safety standards. Research indicates that a helmet can reduce the risk of a head injury by up to 85%. The Governor's Office of Highway Safety reminds you to watch for bicycles, motorcycles, and pedestrians. Buckle up and drive with care.
This back-to-school safety message is brought to you by Jessup Tire Shop, Morton Collision Center, Bargewan's ATV, Interstate Credit Union, Western Sizzlin', and Corson's Carpet and Flooring.
105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. And I understand we got a new sponsor on the Butch and Bob Show there, Bob. Who is it?
Sir Chero's Restaurant,
Good.
located in the Piggly Wiggly Shopping Center.
That's right. Located right there in the Piggly Wiggly Shopping Center. They're going to be their new sponsor here on the world famous Butch and Bob Show. We appreciate Sachero's hopping aboard and being on our show here on the world famous Butch and Bob Show. And let's see here. Tomorrow morning, we got Wayne County Commissioner Ralph Hickox in. That'll be a very interesting show tomorrow morning.
Like I said, he couldn't make it last week, but he's coming in tomorrow, so look forward to having him in here. Get his thoughts on all what's taking place. I said Kevin McCreary had a lot of thoughts, so we'll see what Ralph Hickox's thoughts are. So,
Okay.
and hopefully James Booth, Thomas Herschel Hires will come in when they get ready to come in. I said they're waiting for the investigation to be complete, is what they tell me. So, but I said I'm not sure when it's going to be
Okay. All right.
because it's still ongoing.
It's an ongoing investigation. All right. I do want to say we've had a couple of Wild Adventure ticket winners this week that if they don't come in and get them today, we're going to give them away tomorrow morning. Fred Anderson and Rhonda Wasden. Fred Anderson and Rhonda Wasden. You won free passes to Wild Adventures to use this week through Saturday. You can give us a call after 9 o'clock or just come on by and get your certificate. If they're not picked up by this afternoon, we will give them away to someone else. So Fred Anderson and Rhonda Wasden, come and get your free Wild Adventure Pass tickets that you won. Don't want them to go to waste, Bob. Boy, what a comeback by the Braves last night.
Yesterday afternoon.
Well, whenever. Just let it roll there, Bob. Yesterday afternoon. Yeah, it was on. We had on AM 1370, and it was yesterday afternoon. Midday game up there in Washington.
Extra inning game, win in the 10th, 5-4. Plus made some nice moves to shore up the bullpen. Picked up a catcher, so.
Do we need a catcher?
I think they need a catcher. I'm not sold on the Braves catcher. I mean, I like McCann, but he's kind of up there in age. They need a younger catcher, which I think they went out and got yesterday. So
okay, and so they've picked up what, 2 or 3 relief pitchers?
3 relief pitchers in the
3
last
so far?
2 days. So
yeah.
I said,
do they release anybody or put anybody back down in the minor leagues when they bring in these 3? I mean, you can't if you're going to add 3.
You trade minor leaguers.
You trade minor leaguers.
And cash.
But what about the 3 relief pitchers you already have on the squad?
They don't have them. That's why they need them. They go to the bench. That's where they go.
I mean, do they add more people to the roster? Isn't there a certain amount of people you can have on your roster? If you got 3 relief pitchers coming in, do 3 relief pitchers you currently have to go back down to AAA or something like that?
They didn't say anything about releasing anybody. So.
Okay, well, I didn't say release. I said move down to AAA or AA, wherever the need may be. But, yeah, that's been the Braves' Achilles heel this year, as it has been for, God, heaven knows how many years, relief pitching. And if the Braves don't go into the 9th with a 10-run lead, I don't feel safe.
Shane Green will be coming out the bullpen late in the games. This guy's pretty good from Detroit Tigers, all-star pitcher, closer. So he's very impressive. So again, that's your closer to close out games. The Mark Melicon guy probably be a starter. He started for the Giants in their rotation. So. But I like the fact they went out and got a catcher, John Ryan Murphy from Arizona, for cash consideration. So
cash consideration.
I think that'll help out the catching. But I think the Braves are doing the right thing.
Yeah, making those moves to keep their lead.
6.5 game lead. Dog days of August just about underway. So go Braves.
Well, that's pretty good that, they've played 2 of their division opponents there, Philadelphia and Washington, and take 2 out of 3. That's what you need to do. And you're on the road, too.
On the road, yeah.
Yeah. They'll be back at home tonight, won't they?
Starting with the Reds, 4-game set starting tonight. That game will be on AM 1370. We've got the Hall of Fame football game between the Falcons and the Broncos tonight.
Falcons, Broncos tonight, right here on 105.5 FM, your radio station for Atlanta Falcons football for Southeast Georgia. And the Braves tonight will be on our sister station, Fox Sports Radio, 1370 AM The Buzz, WLOP, celebrating its 70th anniversary.
Falcons are getting ready to pay Julio Jones a bunch of money because Mike Thomas and the Saints agreed on a 4-year, $100 million contract yesterday, and Julio Jones is better than Mike Thomas, and he's ready for a new contract. So
show me the money.
Julio, down by the schoolyard, fixing to be rich.
Show me the money.
Great receiver.
Yep.
Falcons should have a good year. I was reading up on the Falcons yesterday, saw the reports on TV. Matt Ryan, excellent quarterback. And they got good receivers, good running back. Offensive line's improved. So Falcons should have a good year. But, of course, they got a battle with the Saints. Mr. Drew Brees, awfully tough. And the Saints almost made the Super Bowl the last couple of years. So it'll be interesting who wins that division. But several magazines some pick the Falcons, some pick the Saints. So it goes back and forth. So, but I look for the Falcons to have a pretty good year.
Okay.
But they got to get Julio secured, and Arthur Blank going to have to write a big check.
Well, I know it's amazing how much money these players are earning, but the owners don't have to pay it. No one's twisting their arms, but they must think it's worth it. You got so much money out there on the table right now with everything going on, and so they say, all right, well, you're the best of the best of the best, and when you're the best of the best of the best, you get paid that. Yeah. So, you really think these old timers, Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and Ryan, going to have a good year? They about washed up.
They're not washed up.
No, they're not. But I was just going to hear what you had to say about
The
it.
way Tom Brady's going, he's going to play to his 50. I mean,
Yeah, I know. We need to get on the Tom Brady exercise and diet too. I mean, I don't know if I could do that. He does some unusual stuff, but it's good for him.
I read all that stuff. I don't think I want to do all that. But big story in New England, they say Gronk's retired, but they say midway through the season he's going to get a call from Brady. He's going to come back. So,
but they say Gronk is like pre-serum Steve Rogers from Captain America. He's skinny down. He kind of did what Barry Bonds did, go from this big athlete down to his regular size, and Gronk has done the same. Have you seen pictures of Gronk? Someone said it looks like pre-serum Steve Rogers, Captain America. Remember how skinny he was and all that? And then they put the serum in him, and next thing you know, he's this big, bulky, Captain America guy. They say that's the same thing that's happened to Gronk, that he's lost a lot of weight.
I saw him recently. He didn't look like he lost much weight.
Well, that's been the stories on him.
Doesn't look like he's missing any meals to me, so I don't know. But I said the story is I was listening to Dan Patrick the other day. He's convinced that Gronk, once he gets on the opening game when they raise the flag for the Super Bowl championship and hand out the rings, that Gronk will start to miss it and eventually come back and play this year. So he swears he's retired. So
I think he's retired. I really do. It's like David Pollock. You look at what David Pollock was when he was playing at the University of Georgia, and you look at him now. He looks like a kicker now. Back in, he looked like a defensive player when he played for Georgia. Some of these guys bulk up, and some of them slim down, because you got to stay big when you're playing NFL football. And speaking of football, what did you see you like last night as Wayne County did their scrimmage in the Midnight Madness?
I say just a lot of excitement, a lot of talent out there. I say the kids are going to play both ways, according to Coach Cribb. The depth is the big question mark, and a lot of depth. So you'll see players playing both offense and defense. But I said they ran a few plays, JV, a few plays. I'll see more today. Practice at 2:00 this afternoon, but should be a good year. Schedule sets up favorably. I said Glenn Academy will be a tough game. Ware County will be a tough game. But other than that, I don't see many tough games on the schedule.
Okay. And, of course, we will be your voice for the Wayne County Yellow Jackets right here on 105.5 FM, as we have been since the 50s. And then, of course, we've got Atlanta Falcons football for you, Georgia Southern Eagle football for you right here on 105.5 FM on our sister station, AM 1370, The Buzz, WLOP. We'll have Georgia Tech for you, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, and Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll have all kinds of special sports reports, of course, sports reports with Bob. And, of course, our AM station is Fox Sports Radio, 1370 AM The Buzz, so it's all sports talk all the time. So you'll hear, Clay and Dan and Jim Rome and all of them talk about football season that gets into it. And if you're a business owner or manager out there and you'd like to be part of all this exciting football action, just give us a call here at the radio station at 912-427-3711. And we'll send you the information on how you can be part of all this exciting football action and reach thousands of fans throughout Southeast Georgia this August all the way through into December in football. And going into January with the playoffs and the Super Bowl. We got it all.
Scrimmage.
All the way through February.
2 weeks from tomorrow, we'll be in Hilton Head for the scrimmage. Hard to believe it's here.
I know. You looking forward to that trip to Hilton Head?
I am.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
When was the last time you were on Hilton Head?
Oh, I'm trying to think. Not long ago. Last year, I think I went to Hilton Head. Went over there for the golf tournament.
Did you? It's been I don't think I haven't been to Hilton Head since I moved back to Georgia in 1992. Went there several times when I lived in South Carolina, but been a long time since I've been on Hilton Head.
It's a pretty place.
It is a pretty place. Yeah, it's crowded though, but it's a pretty place. If you get a chance to go there, just go down to the harbor down there where they have the golf tournament and the lighthouse and all that. That's a beautiful area down in there. And Hilton Head, very nice, very nice.
Speaking of golf, the 0800 tournament this weekend, they're still looking for several teams. It's a 2-person event. it's a one-day, 27-hole day event. They're going to play best ball 9 holes, scramble 9 holes, alternating shot. Again, it's all in one day. They'll play 18 holes and break for lunch. The lunch menu is fried chicken, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, all the trimmings. So $220 per team, $110 per golfer, includes everything: skins, close-ups, mulligans. So again, if you'd like to get your team signed up, they still have room for several more teams before Saturday. Call the Pro Shop at 427-6505. So again, all that money goes to the Men's Golf Association for their scholarship at the end of the year that they hand out each year. So
You don't play in the best ball tournaments, do you?
No. No one's called me to play in the best ball alternating shot.
They would have to carry you around, Bob. You'd be another golf bag they'd have to carry you around.
I'd like to play, but I don't think no, like I said, my phone's not ringing off the hook.
Scrambles, you can get that putt in, you can get that chip shot, you can contribute. Best ball, you got to be a decent golfer to help your partner out there.
My golf game's struggling right now, so I'm trying to work on it, but I hadn't had a lot of time, but I'm working on it.
Is the golf pro that we had on the Butch and Bob Show still doing his thing out there at Pine Forest Country Club?
Yeah, from the sign-ups, it looks like he's doing well, so
good.
A lot of people taking lessons.
All right. Somebody just texted in, Bob, we're just talking about all the football. Somebody texted in, this must be a big football fan here. He says, or she, I'm not sure which one, says, football from now until February. Praise the Lord. Monday night, Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I'm worried about Sunday night TV because NBC's got the Sunday night game of the week right now by DirecTV, and NBC's in some kind of contract dispute. I don't have an NBC channel right now, so
they're one of them things.
I don't have Jeopardy. I don't have
thing.
Going through Jeopardy withdrawal. I like Jeopardy, so. But hopefully they'll get that contract dispute. But it's been going on for like 3 weeks now.
Yeah, well, they've had it with CBS and ABC and all that kind of stuff. You see that happen every so often with DirecTV or Dish or Comcast or whatever.
Who am I supposed to? That's what I can't understand.
What's that?
Who do I complain? Do I complain to DirecTV who's not paying NBC, or do I call NBC who's not paying DirecTV?
It doesn't matter what you do. Nothing. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to get you the antenna and stick it outside and pick up WSAV.
It'll make me feel better.
Just stick you up an antenna outside, Bob. You're upstairs in the apartment. Just stick that antenna out the window there, and you'll be able to pick it up there from Savannah, no charge at all.
I don't know how to do that.
We'll get somebody to do it for you, Bob.
I need DirecTV to.
Yeah, well, they may have it worked out, but I'm just saying, if push comes to shove, you can pick up TV absolutely free, just like you can pick up WIFO absolutely free.
But I want somebody to explain to me who's not paying who. Is DirecTV not paying?
DirecTV's not paying NBC.
They're not paying
They don't want to pay them enough. They're picking up their programming and say, if you're going to pick up our programming, the cable companies have to pay for all that programming they get on there, unless it's original.
So that's who's not paying. So
that's right.
So I need to complain.
So
to
DirecTV needs to dig deeper, or either NBC says we don't need as much.
I called earlier and complained, and I threatened that I would change servers, and then they reminded me that DirecTV had NFL ticket, and I was.
They called your bluff,
then I had to rethink my strategy.
Well, now that you put it that way. Well, hopefully they'll get it worked out before football season. They should be able to do that. You know how these negotiation things are. They're always down to the last minute, and then they'll work it out before football season starts, hopefully. If not, stick that antenna up there, and you can get I'm
just thinking what I'm missing. I say besides the football, if they don't get football and Jeopardy, their shows. This Is Us, one of my favorite shows. It's on NBC. The new season hasn't started yet, but they got to get this thing resolved before the new season begins. So.
Yeah. Somebody says you can get Wi-Fi on the computer. Well, first of all, Bob really doesn't know what Wi-Fi is, and he doesn't have a computer.
I understand my technological skills are not very good. It's kind of like my direction skills. I don't know. I tell people all the time I get lost on Cherry Street. So.
Okay, someone just said the DirecTV was bought out by AT&T, and that's the problem. Well, the problem, that may be what happened. But if it's between AT&T and DirecTV and NBC, it's the fact that AT&T/DirecTV don't want to come up and pay as much as NBC wants. It's always about the money, honey. Speaking of Jeopardy, and you said you like Jeopardy. You got Wheel of Fortune, and then Jeopardy from 7 to 8 o'clock on NBC or WSAV, out of Savannah. And my dad and his wife Mary, they watch that religiously as much as they possibly can. If I go over to their house and it's 7 o'clock, Dad, click, there it goes 7 o'clock, Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. And they like watching that. They like the entertainment. It helps keep, and it's good also for your brain because you're sitting there trying to come up with the answers and figure it out yourself. So you're keeping your brain active.
It's hard to believe that Vanna White and Pat Sajak's still doing that show. 25 years ago, they stopped in Jessup, the train station. Everybody went down to see him back in the heyday. Yeah. Still got those pictures. I got to get on the train and interview Vanna White from Jessup down to Savannah. On the train.
Do what now?
Got to get on the train and interview Vanna White.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
that was pretty cool then, Bob.
That was good.
You have a picture somewhere?
Oh yeah, I still got the pictures.
Good. All right. Someone says, tell Bob channel 700 on DirecTV. I have no idea what 700 is.
There's an NBC channel on DirecTV, 700.
I don't know. They just said that. Tell Bob channel 700 on DirecTV.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't go. I don't ever go that high.
You don't ever go that high, huh?
Unless it's MLB.
Once you get above,
I go that high when I have, like I said, MLB. Every now and then we'll throw a free week in there, try to take the whole MLB. So a friend of mine always tells him when that is. So those games are up on the 700 channel. So,
are they?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I watched all those. I said
700 and something channels on.
It's like 730. It's more than that. There's over 1,000 channels.
1,000 channels.
Music channels are up in 1,000. So
they said the channel 700. That's where the British Open was.
Yeah, but I don't think they have regular NBC programming.
Not regular NBC programming. Just one of them special channels that NBC or CBS or ABC or Fox, any of them use to put programming on.
All right. So well, I said I'll keep complaining, but.
You just keep complaining, Bob. Send those cards and letters in.
But NFL tickets coming up shortly with NFL football, so
all right. Well,
I can't lose that.
I know you can't, Bob. You won't be able to be lived with if you don't have it.
I got to see my Steelers every Sunday. So.
Yeah, hopefully you'll get it worked out, Bob. All right, well, I'll be praying for you. All right, the world famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by, who's our new sponsor, Bob? Sacheros. And located in the the Piggly Wiggly Shopping Center. I'm thinking about the 1980s and 90s, ain't I? The Piggly Wiggly Shopping Center there on West Cherry Street in Jessup. And also brought to you by Nip Car Wash on Highway 301 South, just past McDonald's on the left-hand side, and Murphy Builder Supply located on Northeast Broad Street.
The world famous Butch and Bob Show.